Of Policy and Advocacy at CDD Ghana is optimistic about the Office of a Special Prosecutor's case against the former PPA boss Ejeni Boateng Ejei. Dr. Kojo Esanti says the Office of a Special Prosecutor's work is pivotal to holding public officers accountable.
Are you confident in the process that the OSP's case will still be strong after we learned that monies had been spirited out of the very accounts that were frozen and under investigation?
No, I'm confident in the ABAJ case because Shrag did a thorough job in terms of establishing all of the actions that have gone on with the contracts for sale involving him, the registration of his companies, the manipulation of procurement rules to favor all of those things. I think there was enough evidence. Not only was Shrag working on it, the OSP at that time, the Auditor General at that time were also working on it. I think for the bank, it still can be traced wherever they have been moved. So if there has to be any tracing, they can work with Interpol, wherever it is that the money has gone. It's even more important in respect of asset recovery, not necessarily even in terms of establishing the crime that has been committed. So I am confident about that, but this is still a criminal trial, and we have to allow for the processes. If the person, we already, Shrag has banned the person because they found the person to be guilty. In his case, I think there's a case for him to answer, and he will have his day in court. And I hope that we're able to conclude the matter, because it is important that we draw a line in the sand somewhere about this type of behavior. Otherwise, you create impunity. People know that they are not going to be held accountable, will politicize the issue, and they'll say, oh, well, you did it and I did it, and so who cares?
In relation to impunity, there's another case the OSP is also chasing. I understand that there will be a case for that in June. This relates to the MC nominee at the time for Nujabin. I understand that this gentleman is either a constituency chairman already.
That's right.
In the NPP's internal elections. What's your look ahead on that?
Well, I think it's important, particularly in dealing with political corruption, because you see, we've been talking about the monetization of our politics, and everybody in this space now understands that that is one of the biggest threats to our democracy. We have turned party politics into a transaction, a market.